On this week's episode of A Beer and a Bet, we talk all things Mitch Beer Racing, the staking plans back. We have runners at Kembla Grange, Rose Hill, and much, much more. We touch on Mitch's abusive phone call on the way home from Goulburn and the week that was on this episode of A Beer and a Bet. Hello and welcome to A Beer and a Bet. Well, what a week it was, Beery. You got abused on the phone. You came second more times than a clock and dead set, mate. How are you feeling?
Geno, hi, hello. I was going to have a shave before this and neat myself up. I'm like, you know what?
Yeah.
I want this to be a true reflection of how disheveled and beaten I am. That was one of the most horrendous weekends of racing I've experienced. And you know what? Majority of them ran so well,
Yeah.
but there wasn't many that went bad, and it was just terrible. I actually if I wasn't in a public place with you on Saturday watching Alicia Roma, run $1.60, Fumico
Okay.
$1.60 pop a Godolphins to a head. I'm glad I was with people. That's what I'm going to say, because I would have cried. I would have actually physically cried. But as they say, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And fuck, we're stronger this week.
You're not the boss, narrowly beaten, sickening.
Oh, no,
Fumiko,
no, no.
narrowly beaten,
I said to you, I'll
sickening.
do this podcast.
Yeah,
I'll do this podcast, even though I really wanted to give it a miss this week because
yeah.
I've been very emotional about our runners on the
Mm,
weekend.
mm.
As long as you didn't bring up You're Not the Boss.
Yeah. Oops.
You're Not the Boss still there. Scafey, Snappy Jim's just chipping away. You're Not the Boss, Scafey and Priscilli. You're Not the Boss is still in front close to home. Priscilli dived. Oh, might have got it. It's Rostonica, gold card, Flying Shelley, Magic Shadow late. Rostonica in front. Fumiko gets an inside run. Rostonica clinging on. Rostonica just.
And all up into order to charge, bitten a nostril.
200 metres left to travel. Ken Kerr got to a narrow lead. Order to charge up along the rail is coming home hard. And Hurricane Coney joining in out three wide. Hurricane Coney order to charge and Ken Kerr in a great three-way tussle. They go to the line and photo.
Hey, good ride from
What
the
about that?
Cahill, though. Carl.
I was standing
We'll go with Carl.
Monday at Goulburn after I'm driving down there, and I'm a pretty positive guy. I don't get down in the dumps too much. I look at them, I'm half full. I'm driving to Goulburn. I'm like, it's a new week. It's a new me. Everything's going to be fine. Get to Goulburn. It was -3.
Ugh.
It was the most putrid, and Goulburn's putrid at the best of times.
Hmm.
And I'm standing there and order to charge. The angle I was on, it won by 3.5 lengths. It was just disgusting.
Could be worse. Could have been at a campsite.
And
in
then the
Cronulla.
track deteriorated to an absolute, well, like there was less sand in the Middle East than was what was getting kicked back.
Yeah.
Suspect just went terrible, didn't go a yard. And then I just get abused by a private number for the next half an hour. It was a great way to start the week.
Super stuff. Talk us through the private number abuse. So you got a call saying you can't train, follow
Oh,
that.
I got it. And foolishly me, just should have known private number. This guy rings me. He's like, "You're a disgrace. You can't train. Just give up." And I was thinking the same thing as well.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. Thoughts been going through my mind this weekend as well. And then I'm like, yeah, whatever, mate. Good on you. And I hung up, and he rang straight back. I don't know why. I answered it, and he goes, "And you're fat," and then hung up.
So
Like,
he hasn't told you anything you don't know.
no. So not only was
great.
I thinking about what a stinky racehorse trainer I am driving home from Goulburn, when I was holding into my Porto at Pheasant's Nest Servo, eating my blues, I thought, you know what, he's right. I do stink and I'm fat. But hey, we've got runners this week. It's all going to turn around.
You look very slimming in the all white anyway. Block colours working for you. And we are going to turn it around in a big, big way this week. But of course, we did have Clever Art who got the job done. She was absolutely super, mate.
What a gem. And that's, you know what, I'm putting a bit of mayo on. Like,
Yeah.
all our horses are racing really well. And a lot of the horses that are sort of racing at the moment, like they've a lot of them have come from Albury, and they've gone terrific, and they've been able to improve here over 12 months, but those sort of horses are starting to reach their peak. But, Clever Art, she was terrific. $10,000 purchase online with the Patriot guys. She ran third at Kembla here her first start. 3 weeks later, she's winning a $50,000 race. So she's a great representation of how horses can come here and really improve with everything that we've got.
Love it. Absolutely love it. As
God bless her.
young Tales, who's going to be a stable work jockey rider, one day just pipes into the podcast. It's school holiday edition, so she'll send you an invoice as well, mate.
Not only, Gatto, did we have a stinking result on the track.
Yeah.
Looks like you've been stitched up at the hairdressers as well, mate. That is an absolute. What council cut that?
It's this.
It's an absolute Jim's mowing job.
It's the same fast haircut I had on Saturday.
Mate, I was 19 Heinekens deep on Saturday, but
I think it might be the stress levels of camping down at somewhere in the national park at Cronulla with the kids over the long weekend and watching Order to Charge get rolled.
I had this discussion. Yeah, when you did ring me and tell me that you're camping.
Yeah,
I am just turned 36. I have never spent one night in a tent.
Haven't lived
for my whole life, and it is my life objective never to. I think camping is one of the most putrid things you could ever do.
Yeah, it's horrific.
It's absolutely horrific. It's either too hold or too cot. There's flies, shitting in the woods. You can absolutely have it, and it takes a real sicko to enjoy that sort of stuff. Real Ivan Milat type stuff to go do that. And I wish him all the best, but you can have it. You can.
So I got a horrific haircut, being linked to Ivan Milat. It's all happening, and I cannot get a horse I own over the line. So it's all happening here. If you thought you needed a session on the couch,
welcome to Mitch Racing.
Speaking of which, Butch Bourne used to be the Racing Victoria wellness manager.
Well, that's a terrific thing, because if you rang Butch Bourne and spoke to him for 20 minutes, you'd instantly feel better about your life.
Unbelievable stuff. And I'll tell you what, the great man, he's retiring. He's got one last runner over at Warwick Farm on Wednesday. So good luck, Butchie.
I tell you what, he knows this because he knows he can retire, because I saw his Ole Kirk colt that breezed up at Seymour that's gone to sales. Yeah. And he's already buying the caravan, the apartment. He's onto a winner there, our mate Bush. So speaking of Ole Kirk,
big fan of the Ole Kirk.
We were at the races on Saturday. He's ran first and second in the first two-year-old races. They're steaming everywhere. And here's me. I've been begging, borrowing, and stealing for people to go into this Ole Kirk filly that we had. We struggled to sell her, and she was such a nice filly. And she galloped up a few times. So well done to the people who jumped in her. I know that she hasn't gone out and won a race yet, but he's a proper stallion.
Love it. Cannot wait. Looking forward to seeing what our Ole Kirk can do. Right, let's go to Kembla Grange. We'll do a quick preview of the runners. Brazil in race 1. Blake Spriggs booked.
Yeah, finds a nice little race. There's that thing of Michael Friedman's worries me a little bit. But outside of that, out to 1,500, second up, dry deck. He'll run really, really well. He'll be right there.
Love it. In race 4, Artful Persuasion has accepted, as has Sunrise with Spriggsy aboard. Yeah,
I reckon at this stage we'll probably just run Sunrise in that race, and we'll run Artful in the 14 later in the day. She was great the other day on a very firm track. Sunrise, I think. Bit of respect there for Robert and Luke Price's horse, the coming back from Queensland. Really nice horse, but we're rock hard fit. She's been down the beach and has really thrived down there. So we'll use our fitness and I mean, Robert and Luke's might just be too good for us, but if she's not winning, she'll be running second.
Yeah, love that. Should go really well. Race 5, number 11, Miss Big Shot, Spriggsy aboard again. I'm pretty keen on this horse's chances. I had him marked closer to sort of 450. Not sure what price they'll put up, but I think she's a big chance.
I think she's a huge chance. Her run was 10 times better than it looks on paper. She drew bad. We had to keep rolling forward from a bad gate on a really sort of testing track, first up 1,200. She was right there. She only peaked that last little bit. She's had that run. She trotted up enormous on Tuesday. Stays at this trip and comes back to a more of I think, an easier race than her first start. And yeah, love it. I think she'll be our best value runner for the day.
Cream Rises, race 7, went the long way home. Last start.
Thought we might do a quick back up from Saturday. I've self-excluded myself from Sky 2 meetings at the moment. I sent those 2 horses to Cootamundra. Hurricane Thunder, well, I nearly choked on my own vomit.
Oh, how far? Yeah, I didn't mention that one. That was the worst.
Yeah, well, that was just sickening. Even Sunday, I thought we'll get something back here for the boys, and that was the greatest thing ever though. Nick Suke rang me, and he said, "For the rest of my life, I'll apologize for that ride." And what a good man! What a good man! You know, what a man.
But they get it right, but he got it right there. Yeah.
Nah, he got it wrong, but he's a champion, Suke. He doesn't miss many, and we forgive him when he does. But drawn terrible again. God, he can't draw a barrier, that horse. So we might have a look. Otherwise, we'll save him for the time on a Jungle Juice Cup at Newcastle next Saturday.
Over the 1350. Artful Persuasion needs to bounce back to form. His first and second up runs were good enough, but it was disappointing last start.
Hit a heavy and was absolutely useless in it. So on his first 2 runs, he is well and truly in the mix. And we just got to put a pen through his last one and soldier on. His work's been good. He was just terrible on a soft track last start.
Beautiful. We've got a couple of runners going to, one into the Metros. So one being Apollo Mission in the Midway on a 4 pillars path. Drawn barrier 9, looks to be probably spat out the back early. What do you reckon about his chances?
He won't know himself not being here at Kembla on a Saturday. He loves it. So off to town he goes. He'll have this run and then head to the 4 pillars. But I can see him really rattling home. I don't want to be up on the speed, having a solid run, 3 deep from the barrier. We're just going to have to be a little bit conservative. They should run along, as we thought they would with This Is the Moment on Saturday. Failed to mention that one. We can bring that one up as well, Gano. But hey, and just riding conservatively. Hopefully they go hard and he runs straight over the top of them late. His grand final will be his next run in the 4 pillars.
Awesome. Alicia Roma, some chance of going to the Fillies and Mares benchmark 72 at Warwick Farm. We'll just weigh that one up as we get down.
Yeah, they just they nearly finished scraping her off the outside fence at Maruya, and once they've done that and she gets home, we'll be able to run her again.
Beautiful. So all the fans of the Mitch B Racing stable, they know the pain they were in.
This has been more of a therapy session, really, a venting session than a podcast, but that's all right. Hey, our owners have got to ride the rapids, and
yes,
it's not just you and Steph and my staff's fault that I can take it out on them. You know,
hey,
we're one in, all in.
I've had plenty of messages, people on X, Twitter, asking how they get involved in the Gong. It's really simple. MitchBeerRacing.com.au. Subscribe to the newsletter, and then you'll be able to get your invitation to the Gong Day. Tell us what's happening on the Gong Day, Beery. Big marquee.
Yeah, I think we've got about 80. I think we've got about 80 people locked in already. So yeah, we've got that massive double-decker truck, bar upstairs, bar downstairs, our own sort of beer garden, our own DJ, big screen, punting facilities. It's just, should be an absolute ripper. Fumiko will win the Midway on that day, and everyone will be happy. So if that doesn't entice you, I can't offer much else.
And if you're a big Darrell Braithwaite Horses fan, make sure you listen to it on the drive down, because it won't be playing in the marquee, I believe.
Again, got some stinging feedback for that, but that's all right.
There was some stinging feedback. There was some really good comments on the YouTube about, and we'll get to how you win the Gong ticket in a second, but about the Everest and the Yodelahi. And one of the comments was that old mate went to bed dreaming about the Yodelahi and the Price is Right. So big going on. You people are sick. We love it. Keep watching, keep commenting. If you want to win a ticket to the Gong, or you want to win one, maybe two, we're giving away two. Make sure you comment. Let us know. I don't know. What can they let us know this week? Sickest beat? Let us know what the sickest beat was from this stable over the last week and why. in the
Can we
YouTube
not just
section.
have a fresh week?
Just let us know what
You're a
the
real
sickest beat
lingerer.
was, and you will. And this, if you comment on this one, this is the one. This is worth double. So I'll put you into the Gong draw twice if you comment on this with the sickest beat of the week and why. It could have been one of them. It could have been all of them. And no shortage of content there, Barry. 2-year-olds back in stable soon.
Yeah, we've got heaps coming in this weekend. Ole Kirk, Deep Field, Flying Artie, Headwater Filly, Harry Angel, and Written Tycoon. So 6 2-year-olds back in, ready to go. The future is bright. I needed some positivity. I needed some fresh faces and see some change. A couple of things we did. Shalook retired during the week. She's off to stud, so she's been fun. She hasn't changed anyone's life, but she's a fun little purchase. I think we paid 25 grand for her, and she won 5 and about 130,000 over a few years. So yeah, I mean she's been a little ripper the whole way along. So well done to her owners. They've been a great bunch. Not a lot's gone right. But never once shied away from having fun. So no, well done to them.
Good stuff. Yep, no, she was a good horse, and she'll no doubt have a good career ahead of her. Hey, mate, that's it. Beer and a bet. We're done. Anything else to
add? No, there'll be a GoFundMe page link to this one this week because we haven't done our selections.
Oh, mate. What are we
Jesus,
doing? I was in trouble last week. I didn't write down staking plan on the run sheet, so we can get rid of that. It's no good to anyone. I got a 6-year-old in the back crying because I think the older brother and sister stole the water bombs. Like it's all happening school holidays. And then the worst thing about this, right? You think we're nearly done 2 more days, and the missus goes, "Oh no, they got a teachers staff development day." So shout out to all the teachers there that are going to make my Monday just a little bit harder. Staking plan.
Take them camping.
Oh, I just did that.
Punish them a little bit more.
That's why I've got no hair left. I'm going to have a fill up on Saturday. So you go first so you don't copy me.
I'm going to have 50 on Miss Big Shot. And I'm going to have 25 on Brazil and 25 on Sunrise.
Beautiful. I think they can all win. I think it's going to be absolutely super. Miss Big Shot. I didn't get my staking plan in last week, so I'm going to do something special this week. We go.
You just void your 100.
A Mitch Beer Racing $100. No, mate. I'm the producer of this show, mate.
Mate, the Greek economy is stronger than the Mitch Beer Racing economy.
We are going to go a $50 on Mr. Big Shot and $50 on Artful Persuasion to bounce back in a big way, and I think we'll get a double figure.
Yeah, I think you might. I think you could be right. I just didn't want that poor bastard carrying me this week. He's had enough bad luck. Yeah,
no, it's a good point you make. And then we're going to head to Rose Hill, get your pens, pencils, crayons ready because as a few here I really like. I think race 1, Alabama State wins the midway. Race 5, Switzerland bounces back in a big way because Nashua Willa gets aboard. It'll be a good ride, a good win. And Kovalika in race 7, ridiculous price, $6. Back all those. I don't care. We'll put up the staking plan, spread the 100 around, and we'll get the job done.
Jeez, you got more tips than Brad Davidson this week.
Yep. Hopefully, we'll know more. We'll win anyway. Hey, you
need the cave bunker behind your coming to you live from Osama bin Laden's cave.
And the 0-0 Heineken.
Oh, well, yeah. No, I don't mind that. I'd give up the drink, but then I'd have no will to live, so I keep drinking.
He's a good man, Davo. Can find a winner. Hopefully, we can find you a winner or two on Saturday. That's been a beer and a bet. Bye for now.